I was speaking with one of the smartest guys I know this week, and he told me about a conversation he had with his staff. They were talking about what they're looking to accomplish this year, and he asked them all, he said, guys, are these ideas resolutions or are they goals? The difference is that a resolution is something you want to accomplish, while a goal is something you plan on accomplishing. Something you plan on accomplishing, you make a commitment, you set checkpoints to reassess to make sure that you're going to reach that goal, and you get there. That connects us to a fascinating Rashi in this week's Parsha as Parsha begins. Vayishma Yisro, and Yisro heard the amazing things that God did for Moshe and the Jewish nation. And Rashi says, what are those things that he heard? Two things. The splitting of the sea, Kriyas Yamsuf, and Milchemes Amalek, the war with Amalek. Now, Kriyas Yamsuf was an amazing miracle, and of course, that made a big impression on Yisro. But the war with Amalek? Why is that significant? Especially when there were the 10 plagues and there was the man falling down from heaven to give them food. There were so many other miracles. Why is the war with Amalek significant to Yisro? It is said over from the Chazon Ish, who was a big tzaddik who lived in Bnei Brak in the early 1900s, that Yisro realized something very interesting. When the Jewish nation was leaving Egypt, they were the talk of the world. They were the top of every headline. It was the biggest underdog victory of all time. Yet, even though all the nations were amazed about what God was doing for the Jewish nation, with a little bit of time and with a lack of doing anything, that all faded for the nation of Amalek. And they went and they fought with the Jewish nation. And Yisro said, look what happens. Look what happens if you leave things dormant and let time go on without doing anything. And he said, I'm making a commitment now. I see how amazing the Jewish nation is, and I want to be part of it. Sign me up. We all have times in our life where we have a spark of inspiration, an idea of what we could do to make a little change to get a little better. But if only we had some more time, less distractions, we would do it. So let me ask you, are those ideas resolutions or are those ideas goals? Because if they're goals, there's no better time to set those wheels in motion than right now. Think of something you can do to make a commitment to get to where you want to be, because there's no better time than right now to get started. Have a great Shabbos.